Hi there, this is savewith.crypto. Right, I hope everyone's having a good start to the week. I know the markets are kind of down a little bit at the moment, but I'm sure it won't last forever. So what have we got? I've been looking at my comments and things. I've noticed some people like Stanislav Dugas. He tried to write a long comment and somehow YouTube didn't allow it. So I'm going to try and think of a way to do that. I don't necessarily want to start a Discord group because I don't really want to be sort of doing that all the time, really, because I do have other work that I do, really. But I might do something where maybe I'll set up a website or something, and then you can, leave comments and stuff like that, and we can have kind of discussions there. I think that might work, maybe. Because YouTube seems to kind of censor stuff. I've noticed in the comments where people have used foul language and stuff like that. I mean, I've noticed YouTube's quite good now at sort of kind of finding the spammy comments and getting rid of them. And I suspect that's people who have been banned on other channels, maybe, or something like that. So there are certainly ones that I do want to get removed, but there seems to be other ones that I'd quite like to see what you've written, really. And at the moment, I'm not sure where they're going because I can't see this guy's other message. So that's the discussion side of it. A lot of people asking some general questions repeatedly. A lot of people say, when is the best time to harvest? I don't know. I honestly think harvest quite often. I'm doing it about every hour, but I've obviously got quite a large amount in here. So if you've got less, you're probably going to do it less, really. Now, there was a comment yesterday from RS Hildebrandt, and they said the optimal number of times to harvest per day is n equals the square root of that. So I need to just query. I'm not quite sure what that symbol means. Does that mean divide? I might ask RS right now, actually. Okay, so I've asked that question there. So that'd be interesting to know anyway. So for that, how often to harvest, I don't know. I think, to be honest, quite often it's a good answer. It's not a very good answer, but it's an answer. A lot of people talking about the withdrawal penalties. The withdrawal penalty is only when you withdraw from a farm. It's not when you harvest, and it's not when you reinvest. So at the moment, in the strategy I'm using, I'm not withdrawing, so that is irrelevant to me. A lot of people are getting confused with that and the unlocking schedule. The unlocking schedule is a sequence of predetermined dates when the LKMEX will unlock. And you can find a link to that Elrond document in the description down below. Now, what else? What I decided to do was I decided to get rid of that funny little MEX farm I had in here, which was about $130 worth. I basically got that MEX, converted it into EGLD, combined it with a bit of LKMEX I'm producing here, and then I added to this farm here slightly. Okay. Now, yesterday I had a little chat with my friend Vlad over in Bucharest, and quite interesting actually. What he's been doing, he's been not using these farms here because he was thinking that when you looked here, he was seeing the price of the EGLD go down. Now this was quite alarming to me, and I wasn't quite sure really, but decided what I was going to do was just make a note every day of what these figures are. In that this is the first farm, and this is the second one. Okay, so in these, when you hover over that little eye, it tells you how much EGLD and how much MEX is in there. So what I'm doing, I'm making a note of that when I wake up every morning, and I'm just putting it in there. I mean, and so far, it's kind of what I expected, really. So, for example, this one, the EGLD has gone up slightly, the MEX has gone down slightly. In this one here, EGLD has gone up slightly, and the MEX has gone down slightly. And I think that's what they do. They just fluctuate like that. Now, I don't know if Vlad saw it in a particular period when it was just all going one way. I'm not sure about that. So anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on this because I don't think it's going anywhere, but Vlad thinks otherwise. But we'll find out. Now, part of the strategy he was using, he wasn't actually producing locked MEX, he was producing MEX, and then looking at the price difference between MEX and EGLD, and when there was quite a difference, he was basically swapping one to the other, and he was making quite a good profit doing that. Now, that to me probably means you have to keep an eye on the markets like 24 hours a day, which I'm not going to be able to do for the next 2 weeks, really, because I'm going to be travelling and moving about. So I think I'm going to stick with what I'm doing at the moment, unless I do see something weird happening here. Now, I don't think I will, and I'll tell you the reason, is because I've also been keeping a note of what the EGLDMEX farm is worth in LP tokens, and I'm getting that information from here. It's this figure here, which I'm making a note of every day. And while I'm there, for the people who are into the dollars, I'm making a note of that as well. So you can see here that the EGLD MEX has been consistent until yesterday, when I took that MEX out of the straight MEX farm and I added it to the LP token. So that LP token, to me, should stay the same now, but I'll keep an eye on it every day. But I mean, I've put it in there for now, but I think that will stay the same. So the actual total MEX output, from the 9th to today, has gone up by, what's that, it's about 50%, isn't it? Which is cool. The actual MEX value has only gone up from $149,000 to $163,000. You can see that figure here. This is this one here, and it's actually gone down a little bit since I recorded that figure this morning. Which brings me to my next point, which is a lot of people are getting upset by the actual dollar value of MEX and the dollar value of EGLD. Well, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down 28% from what it was a few weeks ago, and EGLD from its all-time high to today, 52%. Okay, so EGLD is significantly down. And, the reason is it just pumped up like crazy when the DEX was launched. Like most things that go up really quickly, they come down pretty quick as well. So this will take a little while to recover probably, but I don't think it will take that long. I think with Holoride probably coming out this week, I think you'll see another spike upwards as well. So I wouldn't worry about the actual dollar value. I mean, worry about it if you're planning on selling all your crypto now, but the whole point of this, it wasn't a sort of get rich overnight scheme. Yeah, I mean, some people were getting quite nasty in the comments, sort of saying, don't lie to your viewers. I'm not lying to you. I have no reason to lie to you. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. In fact, I've said before, if everybody in the world started adding liquidity to the Maiar DEX, then the APR would go down rapidly and I'd make less money. So it's not in my interest for you to do this. I'm just here to educate you. I mean, one guy was saying EGLD had gone down 50% in value, therefore he'd lost half the amount in dollars. I think he was saying if you got $10,000 and all of a sudden it's worth 5,000, you've lost 5,000. I mean, to me that's the same as like you buy a house, and if for some reason the market collapsed and the house is worth half of what it was before, you've still got a house. You haven't got half a house. You can still put as many people in the house. So you keep that house and then you keep it until the market's better. And then if it doubles in price, and you sell it. There were people saying that, they're significantly down on their investment and what to do. With anything in crypto is if it goes down in value, if you can afford to buy more, buy more. Unless it's a dog shit coin. If it's a dog shit coin, then, you've picked a wrong investment. But we're not talking about dog shit coins. We're talking about EGLD and MEX, which are and are going to be awesome crypto. I have no doubt about that. If I'm wrong, you can come back here in a year's time and tell me I'm wrong. I just think the whole Elrond project is just amazing. I really think there's a lot of hard work going into it, and they really believe in providing the backbone of a new financial system. I mean, it's very ambitious, but that's the way they're thinking, and I really think they're going the right way about it. If you think I'm wrong, that's fine, but that's what I think anyway. Another question people were asking was the difference between harvest and reinvest. It's quite simple, really. Harvest, what that does, if you were to click that, that would take out this locked MEX in this example, and it would put it into your account, and then you could choose what to do with it. And if you want to stake it again, you could go to stake, and then you could choose the LKMEX that you've just harvested. With reinvest, when you click that, it harvests the MEX that you've earned and then restakes it. So this one's slightly quicker and slightly cheaper. I can't remember the exact figures, but reinvesting was really quite cheap compared to harvesting and then restaking. I think it was like half the price or something like that. But you're only talking like, 9 cents or something like that. There was somebody saying that even though when you look in here, it says you've got 195 EGLD and, I've got 70 million MEX. If you were to withdraw that and you were going to go for the maximum, this is what you get. And they were saying, like, look at the difference in the figures. These aren't the figures that equate to what I just looked at with that little I symbol, because you've got locked MEX here that has been earned, and then this here, this is the LP token. So the LP token is made of MEX and EGLD. To actually see how much EGLD and MEX you're going to get if you withdraw from a farm, you would have to sort of take out the LP tokens and then unbundle them in the liquidity section. So you'd withdraw from there, then you'd go over to here, you'd see your liquidity there, and then you could remove the liquidity and you'd see how much EGLD and MEX you're going to get. Don't get confused between what you see here and what you see if you withdraw. Another popular question where people were saying, is it better to use the EGLDMEX farm or the MEX farm, the straight MEX farm? And even people saying, why don't I use the EGLD USDC farm? Okay, my simple reason for this is that is 947%, that's 778, and this is 538. So I'm doing what I can in the 947 one, and then I'm putting the output in the 778 one. The other point is that EGLD and MEX are two assets that I believe will go up in value significantly. I know for sure that the value of the dollar will go down. There's no way it's going to go up. It's been deflating for hundreds of years and it will continue to do so. I'm not interested in this farm at all. Yeah, also just had a message from my friend Ash sort of saying he didn't think that he'd see Bitcoin at 100k at the end of this year. I don't know, to be honest, actually. I mean, look at last year. Yeah. So from this date last year to the end of the year, Bitcoin went up 56.89%, equals 76,380. Yeah, maybe it won't. But yeah, this is more like the kind of figure I'm looking at for the end of the year, to be honest. But if you look again at last year, what did it do? It kind of... I mean, this is where it gets silly, isn't it? To the all-time high, that was in November. That actually went up 262%. So yeah, if Bitcoin did what it did from this date last year to the all-time high next year, you'd be looking at a price of something like $176,000 sometime next year, which I think is quite realistic. I'm kind of thinking like 100,000, 200,000, that kind of thing for next year. So there you go. I'm not just an Elrond moon boy. I am actually a Bitcoin moon boy as well, and I have got some Bitcoin, and I do enjoy holding it. And with my Bitcoin, I've got some of it in crypto.com earning 8.5%, and some of it I've put into Freeway, which is Aubit.io, and I've only put like less than $2,000 worth in there, but this is actually earning an annual APR of 33% and daily of 0.078%, which is nice, really. I'm actually thinking what I might do is put a lot more in here, because I think this is a really cool company, really good place, really safe. If you're interested in Aubit, and the Freeway Token, do check out the link down below. And I'll also put a link in the top right hand corner right now, so you can go and check the video that I did about Aubit and the Freeway Token. Freeway Token is the token that Aubit used. Okay, so sorry, it's been a bit of a long, rambly one today, so sorry about that. Had quite a lot to say, really. Now, what I might do later on is I might do an update on the APR and how it changes, because it's going to change tonight, I believe, at 6 PM UTC. If I'm still awake, then I'll maybe make a quick video just to sort of see what happened. If not, I'll finish that off tomorrow morning. Yeah, so quite a lot to do, really. I've got a lot of things to finish off this week, but I'll try and make at least one video a day, because I'm enjoying all the feedback, all the comments and everything, and I'm enjoying the amount of people who've subscribed as well. So if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter as well. Please do leave a nice comment. If you've enjoyed the video, click like. If you didn't enjoy it, click dislike twice, just to make sure. Make sure you subscribe, and above all, tell your friends.